Chinese cable cutters and the Turks and the Kurds. It's 5 and 10 from Skywatch TV. 5 things you need to know in about 10 minutes for Wednesday, January 8th, 2025. I'm Derek Gilbert. Item number 5 today, Türkiye. Things getting complicated between the Turks, the Kurds, the Syrians, meaning Syrian Arabs, and the United States military. As I told you yesterday, U.S. military, even though it denies it, setting up a new military base on the border between Syria and Türkiye. This is near the town of Kobani, which in this area here is just a little bit to the right of that brownish area along the border. That's the area that's currently occupied by Turkish-backed rebels. The area in green there, that is the Kurdish-controlled territories inside Syria, Iraq, and Iran. The problem with the Kurds is that there are between 30 and 45 million of them who were left without a state after World War I. When the Brits and the French divided up Mesopotamia, they forgot 20 million Kurds split between what became 4 nations: Syria, Iraq, Iran, and Türkiye. And Turkey's president, Recep Tayyip Erdogan, considers the Kurds an existential threat to his nation. Now, here in the United States, we are allies with the YPG, which are the Kurds on the Syrian side of the border and the Iraqi side of the border, as though that border between Syria and Türkiye, Iraq and Türkiye, somehow cleanses the YPG of its alliances with the PKK, which is the Kurdistan Workers' Party, which the United States Department of State has designated a terrorist organization. So north of the border, the terrorists; south of the border, they're our allies. Anyway, this is a huge provocation, that military base near Kobani, to the Erdogan government, bearing in mind that Türkiye is the second largest military in NATO after the United States. The Turks and its proxies are at war with the Kurds, and we are sticking our military right in the middle of that fight. And fresh statements released on Monday, Türkiye has put both the Kurds and by extension the Pentagon on notice, saying it's only a matter of time before Kurdish militants are driven completely out of Syria, which is, that's going to be quite an achievement, because the Kurds pretty much control everything east of the Euphrates River inside Syria. This will probably get worse before it gets better. Item number 4 today, China. Just a little more than a month after critical undersea telecommunications cable in the Baltic Sea were severed by a Chinese freighter, captained by a Russian, by the way. A similar incident has unfolded in recent days just north of the island of Taiwan. Taiwan English News reporting that 4 key undersea cables damaged off the coast of New Taipei City on Friday. Chunghwa Telecom operates this cable. It's a $500 million Trans-Pacific Express cable. It's a joint venture with 6 other telecom companies, including Verizon here in the United States. This cable connects East Asia with the west coast of the United States, and thus relatively important. Chunghwa Telecom since reported that the data disruptions were routed through other undersea cables. This may be another case of hybrid warfare targeting Western telecommunications infrastructure in what we will someday see as the early stages of World War III. Item number 3, Starmer and Musk. Sir Kier Starmer, Prime Minister of the United Kingdom, getting a little hot under the collar at comments made by Elon Musk, billionaire and the owner of the platform, social media platform X, formerly Twitter. Musk basically accused Starmer of being complicit in what Musk called the rape of Britain. This was on Friday. Musk referring to organized child sexual exploitation predominantly by Muslim Pakistani men. Musk accused Starmer of inadequately prosecuting these so-called grooming gangs during his tenure as Director of Public Prosecutions between 2008 and 2013. The UK has been struggling for decades to deal with this. These rape gangs, primarily Pakistani Muslim men, who mainly target native English girls for sexual exploitation. I say English to distinguish them from Britons. If you're a Briton, you live in Great Britain. English meaning descended from the Angles and the Saxons who, well, took Great Britain away from the original Britons, the Celts, back in the 5th and 6th centuries AD. Anyway, Teen girls have apparently been thrown under the bus in the United Kingdom. Under the bus of political correctness, that is. Authorities were hesitant to prosecute because they didn't want to be seen as racist. The most infamous of these cases occurred in northern England, towns like Oldham, Telford, and Rotherham. In the Rotherham case, organized sexual abuse reportedly occurred from the late 1980s until about 2013. One report estimated that some 1,400 girls, mainly from care home backgrounds, abused by these grooming gangs between 1997 and 2013. Evidence of the abuse was first noticed in the early 90s when care home operators noticed that the girls in their care were being picked up by taxis. Well, prosecutors were slow to prosecute, and as a result, again, more than 1,400 in just the Rotherham case alone were abused. Musk said Starmer was, and the Labour government were operating a two-tier system of justice, in fact, leading to the nickname two-tier Keir. Starmer not prosecuting those accused of actually abusing children, while at the same time handing out prison sentences for those who say mean things or post mean things to social media. Item number 2, avian flu, the bird flu. First U.S. bird flu death recorded here in Louisiana. Now, bear in mind, this is a person who'd been hospitalized with severe respiratory systems and with other underlying health issues, comorbidities. Person was over 65, had underlying medical issues, and had been in contact with sick and dead birds in a backyard flock. Since March of last year, 66 bird flu infections here in the United States. This the first fatal case. But again, this was somebody whose immune system was already compromised. Most of those others who'd been infected have been directly in contact with sick poultry or dairy cows. Coming up, blood moons. Got 3 of them coming up over the next 14 months. What do they portend? That's ahead on 5 and 10.
Ladies and gentlemen, right now you can help the Skywatch TV ministry continue to broadcast the gospel of Jesus Christ to the 4 corners of the world and receive your very own copy of this incredible new work when you order the Destination Earth Ultra Collection. This incredible collection not only includes the brand new book Destination Earth, Ancient Aliens, the Ancient of Days, and the ancient plot to hybridize humanity that reveals for the first time ever Christ's own words that refute the alien God interpretation, who and what aliens originally were according to the Bible, how they fit into the Antichrist's agenda, and more. But you'll also receive the documentary film, The Great Delusion, the second coming of Earth's oldest enemy, that exposes why the Vatican is in possession of a telescope named Lucifer, why the ancient and mysterious civilization known as the Anasazi suddenly disappeared from historic record, how alien abductions might be connected with Chapter 6 of the Book of Genesis, and so much more, featuring legendary interviews with Dr. Chuck Missler, L.A. Marzulli, Dr. Thomas Horn, Nick Pope, and more. But that's not all. You'll also receive the best-selling book, Encounters, Extraordinary Accounts of Angelic Intervention and What the Bible Actually Says About God's Messengers by Ali Anderson and Donna Howell. This paradigm-shattering work details true accounts of angelic intervention as told by those who have experienced them. It reveals how misconceptions regarding angels came to be and how the early church unintentionally propagated the myth that these beings are weak. And frameworks the fierce capacity of angels' powers, including their strength in warfare, ability to fly, and how they manipulate earthly elements to carry out God's will, and more. All of these items hold a retail value of over $65. Yours now for your donation of only $45, which includes free shipping to all U.S. orders. Support the ministry of Skywatch TV today. You can scan the QR code on your screen using the camera app on your phone for instant access to this special opportunity. You can also visit us at skywatchtvstore.com or call 1-844-750-4985 and ask for the Destination Earth Ultra Collection right now.
Item number 1 today, blood moons. Always an interesting subject when these come around. We've got 3 lunar events, 2 of which connected to Israel. It kicks off with a total lunar eclipse on March 14th of this year. That coincides on with the Jewish holiday of Purim. That commemorates the biblical account of Esther, where Queen Esther helped deliver the Jews from annihilation at the hand of Haman under the Persian Empire. That's, of course, modern-day Iran. That first lunar eclipse followed by 2 more blood moons, one falling in the fall just before Rosh Hashanah, the fall New Year celebration. And then the third blood moon, March 3rd, 2026, also falls on Purim. Now, that shouldn't be too surprising since Jewish feasts and festivals always coincide with the lunar cycle. So when the moon is in a position where it's going to be occluded by the earth from the sun, it is likely to fall on a Jewish holiday. However, it is interesting that 2 of the next 3 blood moons coincide with the celebration of the rescue of the Jews from the Persians. What does it mean? We'll just have to wait and see. Not making any predictions, just pointing out we've got some interesting astronomical alignments, and if nothing else, it's really cool to see when you look up in the night sky. This week on Skywatch TV, we are talking about, the new book that I was honored to co-author with Donna Howell and Allie Anderson, Destination Earth. The question this week, is Jesus an alien? Well, spoiler, the answer is no, not in the extraterrestrial sense. Extra-dimensional? Yeah, but that's not what New Agers mean when they say Jesus was an alien. Anyway, Donna handles that question, and you can watch the program right now at our website, skywatchtv.com. All of our video content is always there. You can also watch it over the air. Our broadcast schedule is posted at skywatchtv.com/channels. Now, if you've got a set-top box like Roku, Apple TV, or Amazon Fire TV, Fire Stick, Smart TV, Roku, Fire TV, make sure you've got the Skywatch TV channel installed. You can watch it right there on the big screen, or you can watch it over the internet, youtube.com/@skywatchtelevision or rumble.com/skywatchtv, or bring it into your smartphone or tablet. If you've got a smart TV, you can cast it from your mobile device to the TV wirelessly anyway, but this does bypass the gatekeepers of big tech by bringing it right to your device, whether it's iOS, Android, or Amazon Kindle Fire. We've got apps for all of those and links to the app stores at skywatchtv.com/app. You follow 5 in 10 online, YouTube at 5 in 10, on X, formerly Twitter, at 5_in_10. And thank you for watching as we keep watch. I'm Derek Gilbert. This is 5 in 10 from Skywatch TV.